Welcome back to SourceFed. I'm Candice Carrizales.
And I'm Steven Suptic.
If you're not up to speed on the New York bombings, we've put together a timeline of important events to keep you updated.
On Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m., a bomb went off near a 5K charity race in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. Luckily, no one was injured because the race was delayed due to registration issues.
Another bomb went off that night in Chelsea, Manhattan at 8:30 p.m.
29 people sustained non-life-threatening injuries, the worst of which required a one-night stay in a hospital. Then at 11 p.m. Saturday night, New York Mayor Bill de Blasio explained that the explosives were not believed to be associated with any terrorist organization.
After the press conference, a third explosive device was discovered 4 blocks away from the Chelsea explosion and 3 hours later was safely removed by the NYPD bomb squad.
Sunday night around 8:30 p.m., 2 men in Elizabeth, New Jersey found a backpack by a train station. They picked it up and took it with them. After walking almost a quarter of a mile, the men noticed wires protruding from the backpack and notified the Elizabeth Police Department. The backpack contained 5 explosives.
At 12:30 a.m. Monday morning, the backpack containing the 5 explosives accidentally detonated. Thankfully, nobody was injured.
Then at 7:30 a.m., a photo was made public of a suspect wanted for questioning in connection with the Chelsea bombing. Officials told CNN that the suspect was seen on surveillance cameras by the Chelsea bombing location.
2 hours later, the FBI connected the previous suspect to both the Chelsea and Jersey explosion. Then around 10:50 a.m., police began telling residents of Linden, New Jersey to stay inside.
A tweet coming from user Blissful Villain warned, "Cops just yelled outside and said there's an active shooter. If you're in Linden, New Jersey, please stay indoors. I just heard 3 rounds of shots."
The suspect caught on the surveillance footage near the Chelsea bombing was shot in the ass after a 30-second chase and hauled off in an ambulance.
As it turns out, a fingerprint on one of the failed devices led investigators to the suspect. Officials mentioned that he certainly seemed to do virtually nothing to cover his tracks.
He even used a cell phone connected to his phone plan to detonate the explosives.
This might be the worst terrorist of all time. He even had about 36 hours to vacate the area and managed to get caught a town over asleep at a bar.
We here at SourceFed are very thankful for the amazing response time to these events by the NYPD, the NJSP, and the FBI.
We're also thankful that no one was killed or critically injured besides the Darwin Award-winning pseudo-terrorist who put a bomb in a metal dumpster and was subsequently shot in the ass.
Although a confirmed motive for the attack hasn't been established, the suspect's family ran a restaurant in New Jersey that was the subject of numerous noise complaints from neighbors.
The City Council of Elizabeth, New Jersey passed an ordinance to prevent the restaurant from opening late at night, but the family didn't comply and complained that the ordinance was specifically targeting their family. Some media outlets are speculating that the family's complaints and the city's subsequent responses are connected with the attack.
With how much traction this story received over the weekend, many were interested in the responses of the U.S. presidential candidates.
As the explosions began, Trump told his supporters that just before I got off the plane, a bomb went off in New York and nobody knows exactly what's going on. This statement came before officials publicly confirmed whether or not the explosions were bomb-related.
Hillary Clinton stated that the kinds of rhetoric and language Mr. Trump has used is giving aid and comfort to our adversaries. She believes that Trump is using events like the Chelsea bombing to further his agenda against Islam instead of terrorists.
President Obama attempted to put the attack into a wider context, saying, "I think it's important to remember what terrorists and violent extremists are trying to do. They're trying to hurt innocent people, but they also want to inspire fear in all of us and disrupt the way we live to undermine our values."
We hope this timeline was helpful if you weren't in the loop about this weekend's events. The investigation is still active, and if there's more news, we'll be sure to bring it to you guys.
Thank you guys for watching. I'm Steven Suptic.
And I'm Candice Carrizales.